Well, welcome on in, hockey fans, to City Ice Pavilion in Long Island City, New York, as the New York City Raiders take on North Park Hockey Club. This is the 14U Raiders' third and final game of the weekend. Dedicated listeners and watchers of Midnight Sports know that the Raiders lost to the South Westchester Blackhawks yesterday evening in Mount Vernon, New York, and beat the Aviator Hockey Club this morning at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn. North Park has also opened the season with several games, notably losing a tight one against these very New York City Raiders last weekend, right here at City Ice Pavilion. Tonight's game is a rivalry renewed, as North Park will be the home team in this contest. We shall see if the last change in neutral zone faceoff advantages help North Park secure the win, or if the New York City Raiders will be able to again emerge victorious under the bubble in Long Island City. Stick around, it's Puck Drop for Period 1 on Midnight Sports Radio. Coming up next, right after these messages from our sponsor. Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports Radio is brought to you by Website Cookies. Hockey fans, the internet sure has made life different. Do you ever find yourself browsing online when a dialog box pops up asking you to accept all cookies? Of course, it seems harmless enough. Who doesn't like cookies? Would it surprise you to learn, though, hockey fans, that when you click accept, you're not suddenly rolling in chocolate chips or snickerdoodles? Worse than not getting any cookies, now the website you're browsing knows everything about you. What you've clicked, your email address, even how disappointed you are not to be eating half a dozen ginger snaps. Website Cookies. A moment on the clicks, a lifetime on the lists. Well, our thanks to our sponsor, Website Cookies, for that ad. And the scorekeepers have thrown 15 minutes on the board as the Raiders get set behind their net here. A little bit of a players-only meeting as they collect the pucks and go over their strategy for the game. North Park is at their bench getting last-minute instructions from their coaches. The music is pumping. The players look ready to go. Nice cheer there, as it looks like Ryan Speaker will take the cage for the Raiders here in the first period. Word out of the locker room is the plan's going to be to split this game somewhere near the middle between the goalies. The Raiders will look to capitalize on their win this morning. Now they get some last-minute instructions of their own from Coach Danny Coffey. Looks like it'll be Gosler and Hyder out as the defensive pair. Finkelstein, Marchuka, and Petro Sinelli as the forwards. Refs are checking with the scorekeeper to see if they are ready. The whistle blows. The goalies will get a check. And we'll get puck drop here in just a second. There it is, puck drop in period 1. Raiders against North Park. North Park storms in already. They're in on Speaker. Nice save there on the wrist shot from the dot. Speaker sends that to the half wall. Now the Raiders break away with it. Petro Sinelli has the puck. He goes all the way into the offensive zone. Tries to dump it in deeper. Cut out by North Park, who looks for the diagonal pass right up through the neutral zone. The race is on now. Finkelstein curls. Sends it over to Gosler in the defensive zone, and Gosler picks it up and sends it out of the zone. North Park clears the zone, dumps it right back in. Hyder now has the puck behind his own net. He curls around, tries to send a pass up to Petro Sinelli, sits in the high slot. Raiders are able to clear the zone, though, on the backhand. And Hyder takes over again in the neutral zone. Hyder now has it at the red line, tries to dump it in deep. Bouncing puck gets over a North Park stick. Puck goes all the way to the end boards of North Park. Raiders working to keep the puck in the zone. Unable to. And now they have to wait for their forwards to clear the zone. Tanoff has the puck. Feathers that right over to Petro Sinelli, who curls in his defensive end, gains the neutral zone, and tries to send the puck up off the boards. Cut out there at the defensive blue line for North Park, and they come the other way through the neutral zone. This game already has a quicker tempo than this morning's game. Raiders look up for it right now. They dump the puck in deep. No icing there as they had gained center ice. North Park picks up behind their own net, curls around to the end boards in the near corner. North Park unable to clear the zone just yet. It's a fight for it at the half wall. Puck comes up to the blue line, but still not out of the zone. Raiders now have it. Pizarro has it on his stick, tries to get it on his forehand. Instead, the puck rolls to the near corner. Pizarro still with the puck, fighting his man for possession. Berliner now goes to work at the end boards. Puck comes all the way around to the far side. North Park's going to be able to clear the zone. North Park now with a partial break. They're in on Speaker. They send a shot high and wide. Puck comes all the way to the near boards in the near corner here. And Pizarro takes over. He's able to clear the zone. North Park will have to clear the offensive zone. They do have possession in the neutral zone. They dump it right back into the offensive zone. Puck again goes far corner to near corner. The Raiders will pick it up there. Pizarro with the puck at the half wall. He's harassed by his man. Tries to send that back to Tanoff. Fauci instead picks it up. Fauci behind the net. He goes forehand, backhand to dance around his man and push it up to the blue line. Takes a hit to make the play and clears the zone. North Park takes over again the neutral zone. Now Aiden onto the ice for the first time today. North Park picks it up. They're in the slot. Look to curl. Send a shot past Speaker. They beat him 5-hole there. That's Keyworth again. Real bugaboo there for Speaker. Keyworth scores on him. 12:43 to go here in the first period. It's North Park 1, Raiders nothing. Well, it'll be Bigliotti out there with Samosi. And Kalimba is the forwards. Shlevsky's out there with Aiden again as a defensive pair. Shlevsky tries to push that up to the neutral zone. He does. He gets it up to Jackson Kalimba. Tries to gain the offensive zone. Instead, the puck's turned the other way. Aiden now has it. He goes point to point with Koslevsky. Koslevsky fires that up to Vigliotti. Vigliotti loses the handle there. Now North Park comes the other way. North Park wants some blood here. They're in on Speaker again. The shot goes wide, right across the goal mouth. North Park still has it in the offensive zone. Raiders are able to push that up to Samosi. Samosi's one-on-one with his man in the neutral zone, but a fast coming back check takes the puck off his stick. Puck stays in the zone. Samosi just sends that in deeper. It's a right play there. Vigliotti gives chase to collect. He's at the end boards. He takes a big hit there. He's separated from his stick. The Raiders try a slot pass that doesn't connect. Now North Park comes the other way. Tanoff on the ice on the defensive change. He's got his stick in front of his man. They're still in on Speaker, but a last-second stick there by Koslevsky frees the puck up, and now Vigliotti sends the puck all the way in. He gains the red line and dumps it all the way to the offensive end boards. North Park will pick it up there with possession. The Raiders will get a change out of it. Now North Park comes the other way through the neutral zone. Still through the neutral zone is North Park, and now the Raiders take over. Raiders at the red line. They dump it in again and look to collect. Marchuka fires in at the end boards. He's got Finkelstein in support at the far half wall. North Park skates right through the center of the ice, and now they're in the neutral zone, and they're trying to chase down the offensive zone. Tanoff on his horse. He gets back and covers his man. Takes him into the boards, but the shot comes right into the slot, and Speaker's there to glove it and freeze it down. That was a bang-bang play. Good glove there. Stops the puck with 11:13 left to go. It's North Park 1, Raiders nothing. It's going to be a defensive zone draw here to Speaker's left. Marchuka leans over at the dot. He's got Gossler and Hyder out there with him as a defensive pair. Gossler takes the puck, looks to work it over to Hyder. Instead, the puck comes back the other way, and Gossler goes back to work at his own end boards. Gossler has it on the forehand, tries to use the boards. Instead, the puck rolls off his stick, and Hyder goes to collect. Hyder now at the half wall, over with Finkelstein. Both in on support. North Park instead dumps it in deeper. Gossler goes to collect again. Right in the near corner in the offensive zone is North Park, and they're just cycling the puck now. North Park still with it at the end boards. Trying a wraparound. Puck comes through the crease. Speaker gets one stick on it, and now the puck leaves the offensive zone. Petrosinelli now dumps it in deep. It's in the Raiders' offensive zone, and they go to collect on the forecheck. North Park gets to the puck first, looks to move it out of the zone. They move it as far as Hyder at the blue line, who dumps it in a little bit deeper. Gets gummed up by one North Park stick and then two. Finkelstein tries to get a shot off in the high slot. Instead, North Park gets in the way. Puck leaves the zone. The Raiders try and recover. Instead, North Park takes over, and Hyder collects the puck at the defensive blue line. Now Finkelstein backhands that puck into the offensive zone, but the Raiders will have to make a five-man change as they'd been out for a while. Raiders get their five skaters on. North Park takes over possession in their own end. Now they come through the neutral zone with speed. Self-pass there by the North Park forward sees him pick it up at the end boards. He's taken out of the play by Fauci nicely, and Berliner kicks the puck to himself at his own end boards, and then eventually loses it. Then the puck comes in on Speaker. Shot goes wide. Tanoff now collects behind his own net. Sends that up to Bizarro. Bizarro looking to leave the zone. He sends a diagonal pass weak side nicely to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz goes to collect. We have two pucks on the ice for some reason, but no whistle. Now the puck's collected by the referee. Play continues. Tanoff sends that on a diagonal pass up through the neutral zone. Off Bizarro's stick. North Park collects in the neutral zone. They come the other way. Berliner cuts out that pass, takes over possession, and dumps that deep into the offensive zone. Berliner now chasing down the puck at the offensive end boards. It pops loose, but to North Park at the dot. North Park still has it. Now on the forehand, they're able to break out of the zone. Diagonal pass sees a one-on-one developing with Fauci as a defenseman. He sticks that puck aside to the half wall. The North Park player goes down. We're going to get a penalty here as soon as the Raiders touch up, which they do. Looks like we're going to get a penalty on Fauci for a hook. He'll go for 2 minutes at 9:02 left to go in the first period. It's North Park 1, Raiders nothing. It's going to be a defensive zone draw as the Raiders are down a skater here for 2 minutes. They hope the full 2 minutes. North Park will be up a man on the ice. Draw's going to come to Speaker's left. Bigliotti over the dot. Tries to win that back to the corner. Instead, it goes to the slot, and Aiden takes over. He's able to fire that up and out of the zone. Diagonal pass up there for Samosi, who gets a stick in the way of the neutral zone pass, and then it hits the linesman. Raiders have possession of the puck in the defensive end. Still possession there until North Park dumps it right back in the offensive zone. Raiders try and get that puck out of the zone. Backhanded out, but not all the way past the blue line. Aiden will collect behind his own net. Aiden on the forehand, looks up, looks for a home run pass. That puck's going to go all the way down the other end of the ice, and we'll get an icing here at 8:33 left to go in the first period. You're listening to this game on Midnight Sports Radio. Like being in the back of your parents' Caprice Classic wagon, but somehow less fun. Midnight Sports Radio. Now it's going to be another defensive zone draw to Speaker's left. And the Raiders win that forward and past the blue line. Now the Raiders are off with it. Samosi has it down the left wing. He looks to get that puck in deep and kill more time. Still over a minute left to go on this penalty kill for the Raiders. North Park tries to fire it up and out of their defensive zone, but it's cut out there by Gossler, who sends it in deep again. Still a minute and 11 to go on the kill. North Park takes over behind their own net. They cycle the puck there and look up. Looking for that pass, but it finds Gossler in the neutral zone, who tries to go point to point. North Park's stick gets in the way. Vigliotti goes back to help collect. Now North Park looks to get in front of the crease. Speaker sticks one shot aside. Now it sits in the mid-crease there. North Park can't get a forehand on it just yet. They still don't get the forehand on it. And the Raiders take over. Samosi has it in his own end. Kicks it to himself here at the near corner and tries to go farther. Gets the puck up to the blue line and then out of the zone. North Park will have to recoil in the neutral zone and clear zone. They do. They get it. Keyworth has it. Shot comes up and over the cage. There, wrist shot from the dot. Raiders still working to get this puck out of their zone. Hyder tries to get the puck over to Gossler. He can't do it. He's harassed by two men over there. North Park tries to send it up to the point. It's cut out by Petrosinelli, but now North Park curls with it. They send a shot in on Speaker, and that's tipped high and up over the shoulder. That's another North Park goal. That's a power play goal for North Park. 7:15 left to go here in the first period. North Park 2, Raiders nothing. Petrosinelli leans over in the ensuing faceoff. It's one back by the Raiders. 5-on-5 hockey now. North Park has the puck. They go point to point, send that puck up, and then deep in the offensive zone. Aiden goes to collect. Aiden collects the puck, goes behind his own net, harassed there by Keyworth again. Aiden has the puck. He sends that up softly to Columba. Columba has the puck, and he skates it out of the zone. He backhands it off the boards and gains the offensive zone. Icing's wave there. Must have gained the halfway line. Now North Park has the puck behind its own net. Looks to break out. Instead, that's gummed up by Finkelstein. Finkelstein sends the puck in deeper. Aiden has the puck at the point now. He's met there by Keyworth. North Park fires that puck up and out of the zone, and Petrosinelli will have to take over in the neutral zone. He goes forehand, backhand. Just evades one big hit there, but loses the puck in the process. Now North Park breaks back in. Look to put one on Speaker. One dangle, but the second does not work as Tanoff's able to send that to the corner. Aiden has the puck now. He gets that puck out of the zone. Petrosinelli with speed through the neutral zone, gets it in the slot. Sends the shot in on goal. That's saved nicely by the North Park goalie. There, with 6:05 left to go, we get a stoppage in play in the first period. It's North Park 2, Raiders nothing. Berliner's going to take this offensive zone faceoff. He's got Pizarro and Meyerowicz out with him. North Park wins that faceoff. They take possession in their own end, looking to get it up and out of the zone. They do. They fire it off the boards, and their forwards fire forward. But they did not gain the halfway line, and we'll get an icing call with 5:55 left to go here in the first. Another offensive zone draw coming up for the Raiders. Looks like it'll be the same lines out there. Krzyzewski and Hyder are the defensive pair. Berliner leans over at the right dot to the North Park goalie. Raiders win that faceoff in the offensive zone. Look to get a shot on goal. Instead, they have a bad angle opening. They send it to the slot, trying one time, one in. It escapes everyone's stick and goes to the far wall. Puck still sits there at the far corner. Now Bizarro tries to send that over. He finds Berliner in the middle of the slot. One pass and then two. One too many as North Park takes over possession in the defensive zone. They can't get it all the way out of the zone. Raiders look to dump it in deeper. Berliner takes over there. Berliner's got the puck. He sends a shot in. Saved again nicely by the North Park goalie. And we'll get another stoppage in play here at 5:16 left to go in the first. It's North Park 2, Raiders nothing. Looks like the forwards on this drill will be Samosi, Petrosinelli, and Bigliotti. Fauci out as one of the defensive pairs, and Chris Tanoff as the other. Raiders win that faceoff, able to keep it in the offensive zone. Send it in deeper, and he'll have to collect there. Petro on the forecheck, looks to get the puck. He's got Samosi in there with support. Fauci goes down to one knee, and keeps that puck in momentarily. North Park taken out of the play. Puck stays in the zone. Stays in the zone still, and now North Park's able to fire that up and out. Tanoff uses the boards to try and get that puck out, but it escapes the entirety of the ice rink, and we'll get a stoppage in play here with 4:51 left to go in the first. It's going to be a draw just outside the Raiders' defensive zone. Same lines will stay out there. Petro will look to win this on the backhand, back to his defensive pair. He does. Fauci takes over there, sends a diagonal pass up, looking for Bigliotti. Bigliotti now has the puck at center ice. He's got it on his forehand, tries to send a pass into the high slot, hits a skate, goes all the way to the end boards. Puck sits at the end boards momentarily, then heads to the half wall and then to the far corner. Bouncing around in the offensive zone here for the Raiders. No shot on goal just yet in this possession. Now they thread one on down to the goal mouth. It goes just wide. One-timer from Tanoff goes wide as well. North Park looks to collect. Bigliotti gets there first, pumps it up to Fauci at the point. Shot can't get through. North Park takes over. Raiders hurry back to get in front. North Park now at the dot. Looks all the way to the goal mouth. Instead, puck goes to the end boards. Raiders will try and take over there. Bigliotti has the puck behind his own net. Self-pass to the near corner. Comes all the way around. North Park takes over in the offensive end. Send it up to the point. Looking for a shot on goal. One deflection. Sends that puck wide with 3:55 left to go here in the first. Clock's still ticking. Tanoff tries to get the puck out of the zone. Comes up to the point. Speaker kicks that shot aside. Goes to the far corner. And the puck still stays in the zone. Now North Park looks to collect and come in on goal. Looking for that bad angle shot. Keyworth gets turned. Samosi keeps him to the outside. Puck in the high slot now. Shot comes in. It's deflected before it gets to goal. And Chris Tanoff's able to slide that out of the defensive zone. It's going to go all the way down to the other end, but it doesn't cross the end line, so there's no ice. Clock continues to run with 3:25 left to go in the first period. It's North Park 2, Raiders nothing. North Park breaks back into the offensive zone. Cut out there by Finkelstein. Finkelstein still cuts it out, and Berliner takes over and is able to get that puck out of the zone. We're going to get an offside call here with 3:12 left to go in the first period. This drop's going to come just outside the Raiders' defensive zone. It's Berliner, Kalemba, and Finkelstein as the forwards. Aiden and Gossler as the defensive pair. Raiders win that face-off back to Gossler, sends a diagonal pass up to the neutral zone. Excuse me, that's Blake Hyder out there as the other defensive pair, and he's able to send that up in the offensive zone. Aggressive forecheck there by the Raiders. Almost loosens the puck up at the offensive end boards, but instead North Park breaks away with it. They're through the neutral zone and now into the offensive zone. Got it on the forehand. Gossler goes for the poke check. Bad angle pass comes in right through the slot. Nothing doing there. Hits a skate in the slot and then goes harmlessly to the far half wall. Berliner picks up the puck behind his own net. He's on the backhands, able to feather one up to Kalemba, who tries to self-pass. He does, and is going to be able to skate this out of the zone. North Park takes over in the neutral zone, though, and they're able to recoil. Here comes North Park right through the neutral zone again. Sends it right back into the offensive zone. And Hyder's there to pick up the puck. Backhanded over to his defensive pair, Gossler. Gossler's able to wipe his man out of the play, but the puck gets stuck in his skates. Now 4 players jostle for it at the near half wall. North Park comes away with it. Shot trips up the Raiders, man. North Park still has it there. Speaker makes one save, kicks that to the far corner, and Hyder cleans up the mess. Hyder can't send it out of the zone. He tries a second time, and North Park keeps it in. North Park still with the puck, still in the offensive zone. They're in the high slot now, looking for a slap shot. Instead, that's blocked by Berliner out of the zone, and Finkelstein gives chase on the forecheck. The Raiders will make a change behind the play. Gossler comes to pick up the puck in the defensive end behind his net. Skates around his net, still has the puck. He's harassed by one North Park man, and North Park does take over in the offensive zone. But Petra's there for support, and he's able to push it out with 1:37 left to go here in the first period. North Park still up 2 goals. North Park breaks back into the offensive zone. Slot pass doesn't connect there, and Aiden takes over. He's looking for Bizarro up the seam, but he's harassed by a North Park man with some nice back checking. Takes the puck off him. Puck bounces in the neutral zone briefly. Raiders gain the offensive zone, but without possession, and North Park pours the other way. North Park looks for that slot pass. They have it. Puck comes in on Speaker. He's able to stick that aside, and it's picked up by Finkelstein there. Excuse me, that's Koslewski who picks that up. Sends it all the way up to Bizarro, who's one-on-one with his man. The puck rolls off his stick. North Park tries to clear the zone. They do. Raiders dump that back in, but a little too quickly, and we'll get an offside call here with 59.6 seconds left to go in the first period. North Park 2, Raiders nothing. Well, Samosi, Berliner, and Vigliotti are out there as the forwards. Berliner wins that to Samosi, sends it over to Fauci. He's with his defensive pair, Tanoff. Tanoff's able to keep that puck in the zone. He sends it in deeper on a diagonal pass. And Samosi gives chase with 48 seconds left to go in the offensive zone. Samosi has it on his backhand, tries to feather one over to Berliner. It's cut out by North Park. Berliner now has it in the far corner. Sends that over, in the near corner, sends it to the far corner to Samosi. Samosi has the puck, comes back up to the point in Tanoff. Shot does not get through all the traffic, and now North Park storms the other way. Tanoff gets in front of his man, but North Park keeps coming. North Park's in. Speaker goes down, makes a nice leg save there with 25 seconds left to go. The Raiders break out the other way. Berliner has the puck on his stick through the neutral zone. Berliner now on his forehand. He's in the high slot, leaves one for Vigliotti, sends a shot high and wide on net. Tanoff goes to collect with 10 seconds left to go. He dumps the puck in deeper safely. Now the Raiders have to curl around in the offensive end to pick up the puck. There's 4 seconds and 3. This shot's got to get on goal. It's not going to make it there, and we'll get a buzzer ending the first period. After 1, it's North Park 2, Raiders nothing. Well, after these messages from our sponsor, stick around. It'll be puck drop in period 2 coming up momentarily. This evening's contest on Midnight Sports Radio is made possible by the Sunday Scaries. Hockey fans, tomorrow is Sunday, and you know what that means. Slowly but surely, as the day goes on, you'll get that nagging feeling in your stomach. No, it's not the extra serving of nachos you had at 1 a.m. It's the nervousness and dread of starting a new week. We both know that Friday you could have gotten just a little more done last week, but instead, Friday you decided to make life hard for Monday you. That's right, even you don't respect you. But fear not, even though you may get the Sunday Scaries tomorrow, the week only starts with a Monday. It ends with a Friday and a chance to slack off all over again. The Sunday Scaries, ruining the back half of your weekend ever since you got grades. Well, the players during this intermission timeout still getting some instruction from the coaches as they try and stay warm. September temperature drops here at City Ice Pavilion in Long Island City, New York. Coach Coffey giving some instruction. Looks like he's telling the players to be hard on the puck, keep their gaps close. The Raiders pour back over the wall here to take period 2's drop. Looks like it'll be Samosi, Finkelstein, and Kalemba out as the forwards. Gosler and Hyder as the defensive pair, and Speaker goes all the way to the other cage here during the period of the long change. On your radio dial, Raiders will now be moving left to right. The emphasis for them will be on getting to the right side in the offensive zone. North Park taking a little longer to break out here. But here they come, getting ready for period 2's puck drop. Now we've put 15 minutes on the board. We're going to do it all over again. North Park finally gets the personnel combination they wanted out there. Looks like North Park's made a goalie change. And the Raiders win that face-off back, but North Park pours in the offensive zone. North Park's able to dangle around one man, but not two, and the Raiders have the puck behind their own net. Raiders look to break out of the zone. They only make it so far as the North Park point. North Park dumps it right back in again. Now in the near corner, North Park cycles around to the end boards. Raiders try and cut out a pass there. Speaker's able to kick one shot aside, then two. And North Park collects the puck again at the half boards. They send another shot in on Speaker. Not clear it made it all the way to the goal mouth. But the Raiders will curl and send that puck all the way down to the other end of the ice. We're going to get icing waved here as North Park's adjudged to have slow skated the chase on that puck. Now the Raiders have the puck in the offensive zone without possession. North Park breaks out by sending the puck down through the neutral zone, and Aiden will collect there. He curls in his defensive end. He's on his forehand. He sends that puck up to Kalemba. Kalemba has the puck. He dumps it in deep, doing what the coaches told him to do. And the Raiders will make a change here on the forward line. North Park takes over behind their own net. 14:03 left to go here in the second period. The Raiders look to collect in the offensive zone. Instead, North Park skates away with the puck. Keyworth has it with speed through the neutral zone. He's beaten one man, looks to beat two. Sends a puck high and wide of the cage there. North Park will have to collect at the offensive point. They send the puck in deeper. Aiden goes behind his own net to collect. He's on his forehand. He uses the boards to send that up. Only so far is the point. Slap shot doesn't connect as it's deflected by the Raiders, and they look to take over in their own end. The Raiders do. Some jostling for the puck in the far corner. Sees the puck go to the end boards. Wraparound try doesn't connect either. North Park still has the puck. They try and send another one in on goal. Unable to do so, and the Raiders desperately want to get this puck out of their zone. They're able to do so on the stick of Dom Bizarro. Bizarro sends that puck up to Petro Sinelli. Sinelli tries to send the puck deeper, and a return pass for Bizarro doesn't connect, and North Park tries to take over here. Big hit by Jake Meyerowicz, plants his man into the near corner, but North Park skates away with the puck. North Park through the neutral zone and now into the offensive zone. They're on the forehand, looking to put something in on Speaker. Instead, ridden into the wall as the puck comes into the slot, but the Raiders clean up there. Bizarro now has the puck on his stick. He skates the other way. Bizarro still on the stick, curls into the slot, has the puck. It rolls just off his stick. Meyerowicz cleans it up in the slot. He's at the near point, sends a shot in just wide of the cage. Deflection doesn't hit there, and Fauci sends the puck deeper instead. Fauci sends the puck down to Bizarro, who tries to connect with Meyerowicz, and the pass just misses in the slot. Now Bizarro has it at the end boards, but he's got a man all over it. North Park takes the puck off him. It's in the far corner now. Some jostling there. 3 Raiders in for support and 2 North Park players. Meyerowicz comes up a pass, but North Park comes away with it, and they're going to be able to skate this out of their zone. They're through the neutral zone with 12:21 left to go. North Park has the puck. Shot doesn't connect first, and now shot comes the other side. Speaker's able to save that puck in front of him, and we're going to get a whistle here as Speaker has the puck under his pads with 12:11 left to go in the second period. It's still North Park 2, Raiders nothing. Now, a good push there by the Raiders for about 2 minutes, but North Park reminding the Raiders how quickly they can strike on the counter. Raiders win that face-off forward, look to get the puck out of the defensive zone. Petro loses the puck off his stick after some jousting, but Blake Hyder's there to take over and send it out of the zone. North Park has cleared the zone, and now they're on the forehand. They pour right back in the offensive zone. Puck comes in on Speaker. He fumbles it the first time, but he's able to freeze it down right in front of his leg pads, again with 11:51 left to go in the second period. Turning into a choppy minute or two here at City Ice Pavilion as North Park's getting some shots on goal, but they're getting frozen. Now North Park has the puck in the offensive point. Send that all the way to the end boards after it hits a body in front. Raiders unable to clear the zone just yet. Diagonal pass will get it past the blue line, and North Park will take over possession. They go point to point. Raiders pour in on the forecheck, can't get to the puck quite fast enough. Now North Park has the puck on the forehand. They send a pass into the slot, doesn't connect, and the Raiders look to take over and clear the zone. Raiders still with the puck. Now Blake Hyder has the puck through the neutral zone. He makes a pass up to Petro. Petro's got Vigliotti there. Petro instead shoots, though, as the lane was open, and it's saved nicely by the North Park goalie. Laser of a shot and an even better save there by Petro and by the North Park goalie. We're going to get an offensive zone draw here for the Raiders with 11:20 left to go in the second period. Marchuka back out there to take this draw. Finkelstein with him. He's got Petro as well on this line. Aiden takes the puck at the point, sends a slap shot in. It's deflected once, then twice, and it's a Raiders goal. That's a Raiders goal from the point. Well, the Raiders score with 11:14 left to go in this second period, and they cut this North Park lead to 1. It's North Park 2, Raiders 1. Now the Raiders are right back in this thing after that double deflection shot from the near point in the offensive end. Raiders win that next face-off forward, and North Park takes over in their defensive end. North Park pumps it up through the neutral zone, but no farther there in the neutral zone momentarily. Now 4 to 5 players jostle for the puck. North Park does skate away with it. They get in the offensive zone. Quick stick work there, though, by the Raiders defenseman. Keeps that puck from going any farther. Aiden has the puck now on his forehand. He sends that to the far point, but not out just yet. Puck comes in, not all the way to the cage. The Raiders look to take over. Puck only makes it to the high slot. North Park dumps it in deeper. 10:42 left to go here in the second period. Raiders have the puck in the defensive end, but not with possession clear enough to clear the zone. Still jostling for it. Puck's now in the far corner. Petrosinelli looks to take his man out of play. He's able to do so, but North Park has the puck. Puck's all the way behind the Raiders' cage right now, and North Park cycling well, trying to clear the way. Instead, a pass to the point eludes the North Park defenseman and comes all the way back down in the offensive zone for the Raiders. North Park goes point to point to retain possession. Raiders able to make a change here in this second period, and North Park plows right back through the neutral zone. Marchuka now with the puck in the defensive end. He's able to push that puck up to the blue line, and now out. Self-pass goes right through the neutral zone and dumps that puck in deep so that the Raiders can complete their change. 9:53 left to go. Pizarro goes hard into the boards as he's taken out of the play. He pops right back up, though, and Berliner's able to gum up a pass in the offensive end, but still North Park's able to get the puck out of the zone. We're going to get an icing call here as a self-pass just a little bit too strong with 9:41 left to go in the second period. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Raiders. Berliner's going to take this one. He's got Meyerowicz and Pizarro out with him. Looks like Fauci and Tanoff again as the defensive pair. Berliner leans over. Looks to win this on his backhand. He wins it back, but North Park pours forward. They figure that move out on that draw. Pizarro goes to collect in his defensive end. He goes forehand, backhand, turns around. He's able to clear the zone. Now Meyerowicz has it. Looks to dangle his man. He sends that puck in deep and gives chase to his own pass. Berliner in the other corner, waiting for North Park to try and break out that way. Instead, North Park reverses. Pizarro looks to cut that off. Fauci gets in the way. North Park's able to clear the zone, but not with possession, and Tanoff now chases the puck down in his own defensive end. He's able to get that out of his zone, only momentarily, though, as North Park comes right back in. North Park on the forehand, sends a shot wide, but they'll pick it up at the near half wall. They dump that down to the end boards, and Tanoff will try and collect at the far corner. North Park beats Tanoff to that puck, and now the puck sits at the end boards until Berliner goes back for support as a centerman. He's going to skate this puck out of his defensive end. 8:52 left to go. Berliner leaves the puck for Pizarro, who sends it over to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz now kicks the puck to himself, but a quick stick by North Park sees that puck stuck in his skates. North Park pours back the other way. Fauci now backs up, tries to cut off Keyworth. Shot comes in on Speaker. He stops it there, sits in front of him momentarily until it's cleared by the Raiders out of the zone. Only so far as the blue line, though. North Park comes right back in. Now the Raiders are able to get the puck out of the zone. They look for that home run pass. Doesn't connect, and Meyerowicz goes behind the North Park net to try and get the puck. Pizarro's back there now. He's got the puck at the end boards. 8:15 left to go here in the second period. North Park tries to collect. They do, but they can't get it out of the zone just yet. Pizarro now has it at the half wall after Hyder sends it to him. Hyder again sends it deep. Clock continues to run as North Park tries to pick up the puck. They do. They finally get that puck out of their zone. We're going to get an icing call here as soon as that puck gets all the way across the end line. It does. And with 7:52 left to go here in the second period, it's Raiders 1, North Park 2. The Raiders will have an offensive zone draw coming up. Does give us time, though, to pause for our sponsors. You're listening to this game on Midnight Sports Radio. If you're getting any static, just turn it louder. Midnight Sports Radio. Now sponsors and station identification, that is. Raiders win that face-off. They send the puck in deeper. North Park takes over. They can't get it out of the zone just yet, though. Vigliotti fights there at the half wall for the puck. Unable to collect it, but Koslewski has it. He sends it over to Samosi in the high slot. Puck rolls off his stick and comes to the near half boards. Samosi looks for the puck there. North Park finds it first and looks to pump it out of the zone. They do get it past the blue line, and now they pour through the neutral zone. 7:25 left to go. Koslewski takes his man out of the play, but it looks to be unfairly, and the Raiders will have to touch up. They do, but we're likely to get a tripping call here on Koslewski, and we'll get a goalie change as Speaker comes out in favor of Bricker as we're now halfway through this game. Now North Park looks to make a goalie change too, so perhaps there was not a goalie change by North Park to start the second period. But we have two new goalies in now. 7:15 left to go here in the second period. North Park 2, Raiders 1. Raiders on the penalty kill for what they hope is the next 2 minutes. Face off in the defensive zone for the Raiders. One back to the point by North Park. North Park looks to pump something in. It hits a couple bodies in front, though. And the puck comes around the end boards. Now it's in the slot. Puck sits there in the crease. Players working on it. No quick whistle there. The puck must still be visible to the referee. There are about 20 bodies in front of the goal crease, which is amazing because there are only 6 people aside allowed for each team. Now the puck comes loose. Comes to the end boards of the Raiders. The Raiders look to get that puck out of the zone. Unable to do so just yet. They do have possession of it. They're behind their own net. Trying to get on the forehand is Aiden. He is able to do so. He fires a puck up off Petrosinelli and now out of the zone. North Park takes over. They come right back through the neutral zone, does North Park. They're able to gain the zone there, and they send a shot high onto Bricker, who's able to shoulder that down. Puck comes all the way out of the zone, and North Park comes back into the zone too quickly. We'll get an offside here with 6:25 left to go in the second period. Just over a minute on the penalty kill for the Raiders. Defensive zone draw for the Raiders to Bricker's left. Looks like Berliner, Faucier out there, as well as Blake Hyder. The Raiders try and win that face-off forward. Instead, it comes up to the point. One deflection is then legged aside by Bricker, and North Park takes over at the half wall. They send it up to the point again, try and send a slap shot in, and then move it forward. Puck rolls in the slot briefly. Bricker's able to kick that aside, and North Park again takes over in the far corner. North Park still with the puck. They go point to point. There's an open shot lane there, but then it's gloved down. Looks to be by Blake Hyder. Nope, it was Berliner who knocked that down with his glove. North Park again shoots the puck. Still in front of the goal crease. Bricker's down. Puck comes loose, though, to the point. Raiders try and take over to get this puck out of the defensive zone. They're able to do so after some machinations there by Sam Berliner. Berliner tries to get the puck deep. Instead, 3 North Parkmen keep him from getting the puck off his stick, and they break the other way. They've gained the offensive zone, has North Park. Try and get on the forehand. They're worked wide by Finkelstein, and then the puck does come in on Bricker. Now it's behind his net. Fauci now goes to work at the end boards to try and get the puck out. His man pushes him, but not off the puck. North Park is able to take over after a second forward comes in for support. They try the high slot. Comes all the way to the blue line. North Park goes in again. Shot goes high of the cage. North Park still has the puck in the near corner. They try a bad angle shot on Bricker, but he's turned like a hinge toward the puck, and he's able to melt that down. Stoppage in play. He gloves it to the ice. 5:03 left to go here in the second period. North Park holding on to a 1-goal lead. It's North Park 2, Raiders 1. Defensive zone draw here for the Raiders as they make a last-minute personnel change. They look to win this puck back to the corner. Meyerowicz wins that puck forward. He's still got the puck on his stick momentarily, and then North Park sends a shot in high of the cage. North Park still out there with the puck. Looking to send it over to the end boards. They do. They connect and cycle there and try and send a puck out in front. Instead, that shot's shut down by Bricker. Puck goes all the way to the blue line, but North Park does keep the zone. Raiders still need to push this out of the zone. North Park keeps the zone momentarily until Meyerowicz picks it up and then at the blue line, skates it in the neutral zone. Now North Park has possession again. Thewer shoots a shot off Bricker's shoulder, and it goes high and wide. Raiders look for a pass. Bigliotti finds Bizarro. Puck rolls off his stick. North Park goes point to point in their own defensive end. 4:16 left to go here in the second period. North Park breaks out of their zone, but the Raiders have cleared. Now the Raiders look to break back in. Instead, too many players over at the blue line. Gums up the first attempt, but not the second. The Raiders dump it in, and they make a change. Now North Park takes over in their defensive end. North Park still with the puck. Turnover there, sees the puck come to Bizarro, but it hits another skate. The puck rolls off his stick. Now North Park breaks the other way through the neutral zone. They're through the neutral zone in the offensive zone. Bigliotti gets his skate in the way, and North Park loses possession. Now the Raiders pour back in. Bizarro at the end boards. Takes the puck on his backhand and curls around to the far corner. Puck rolls in on the North Park goaltender. He sticks that aside and passes it up On over to the North Park forwards. Now Keyworth breaks the other way for North Park. He's gained the offensive zone. He's in on Bricker. He shoots and he scores. That's a North Park goal. 3:27. It's North Park 3. Raiders 1. Well, that was a partial break that turned into a full break. The old forehand, backhand, forehand wrist shot worked right there for Keyworth. The Raiders find themselves down 2 goals again late here in the second period. Ensuing faceoff, Raiders try and win it forward. Instead, it comes back to their defensive pair. Raiders look to gain possession there. Samosi harasses his man, is able to poke the puck off him, and Marchuka has it now. He dumps that puck in deep into the offensive zone. North Park takes over. They look to break out. 1 pass and then 2, sends the puck up and out of the zone, and North Park keeps possession through the neutral zone. They've gained the offensive zone. They're on the forehand, now into the slot on the backhand. Look to send something in on Bricker. The shot hits him and then goes wide. Nice save by Bricker. Reaction save as it was a turnaround wrist shot in the high slot. Raiders look to take over at their end boards. They have the puck. Aiden sends that up to the point and then to Jackson Kalemba. Tries to send the puck out and hits a body. North Park's able to keep the zone. North Park still with the puck. Now the puck comes in the low slot. The Raiders are able to clear just to the blue line, but not the zone. Kalemba again tries to back check his man. Shot comes high in on Bricker. Lands there momentarily, and then it's in the slot, and North Park scores. North Park goes top shelf there. 2:30 left to go here in the second period. It's North Park 4, Raiders 1. Well, the Raiders will look to turn the tables here with 150 seconds left in the second period on this ensuing faceoff. Try and get back on the front foot. But before they do, they'll call a timeout. Coach Coffey will pull his skaters over, as will Coach Gosler. Talk strategy with them, down 3 goals. With 2.5 minutes left to go here in the second period. Well, we've got this timeout break. We can visit with our last remaining sponsor of this game. This game on Midnight Sports Radio is sponsored by Sick Days. When you're a kid, is there anything better than a sick day at home from school? And when you're an adult, is there anything worse than your kid being homesick from school? Hi, hockey fans. The good people at Sick Days are here to remind you that a day off from work to care for a child who is somewhere on the illness scale of near death, all the way down to absolutely faking it, doesn't have to be miserable. Rather than try to get work done, consider sitting next to your child and watching The Price is Right. Or, if you really need to get back to work the next day, be sure to administer hourly COVID tests. When your child is sick of hanging out with you and or swabbing their nostrils for the 20th time, they'll surely want to go back to school. And you can get back to your busy schedule of surfing the internet at the office. Sick days, just like vacation, if vacation were terrible. Well, our thanks to the good people at Sick Days for keeping us company through that second period timeout. Players come back out onto the ice. We'll have a center ice face-off after that 4th North Park goal. And it looks like Marchuka will take this draw. He's got Petrosinelli out there with him, as well as Finkelstein as the forward. North Park has the puck in the neutral zone. They gain the offensive zone. They try and send something in on Bricker, who just gloves that puck down and freezes it from that point shot. 10 seconds have gone by. But there's 2:20 left to go here in the second period. It will be a defensive zone draw to Bricker's right. North Park wins that faceoff back to the point. Shot again comes in on Bricker. He's able to kick that aside. North Park still with possession in the offensive zone. They look to send something to the slot, but they're stuck at the end boards. Now they cycle. Try a wraparound on Bricker. He shuts that down, and the Raiders will take over possession. The only question now is, can they get it out of the zone? They do. Past the blue line. Petrosinelli helps Marchuka get that puck past the blue line. The Raiders will try and skate it down the neutral zone. Get that puck deeper. Finkelstein sends it over to Marchuka. Marchuka gets through the neutral zone and dumps that puck in the offensive zone. 1:50 left to go here in the second period. North Park with the puck. North Park sends that around to the half boards, but can't get it out of the zone. Tanoff tries to send a shot in. Instead, the puck rolls to Marchuka in the slot. Now Finkelstein at the far half wall. Finkelstein has the puck on his forehand, sends that to the end boards. Puck just sits behind the North Park net momentarily until the North Park defenders get there, try and break out again. They send it up to the half boards, and now North Park's able to chip that out. Fauci now has the puck in his own defensive end. He's on his back end, looking for help from a defensive partner. Instead, uses the boards to get that up. It is up and out of the zone. North Park has to delay momentarily as they clear the offensive zone. They do and pour right back in. Raiders will have to take over at their own end boards. Instead, North Park beats them to it. They try and send a soft bad angle shot in. Looks like a pass into the slot, and the Raiders are smart to it. They're able to break that out through the neutral zone and come right back into the offensive zone. Shot hits a man from Petro, and he goes to collect his own shot. Comes to Marchuka there, tries a wraparound, comes to the slot, and now the shot comes in from Hyder and goes just wide. Puck rolls through the crease, and the Raiders try and get another shot on goal. Instead, puck hops over a stick. They're unable to do so. Raiders will take over in the neutral zone, though, as North Park was able to clear it. Raiders try and dump that puck back in. They get into the offensive zone, but without possession. 34 seconds left to go here in the second period. Marchuka harasses his man here in the near corner. Marchuka fighting for the puck. North Park's able to come away with it after some support. Bigliotti with a big hit here in the near corner. Puck still rolling in the slot. 23 seconds left to go. North Park's going to break this out of the zone. Second pass sees it cross the blue line, and now North Park's in the offensive zone. Look for a slot pass. Goes right across the goal mouth. Nobody home there. 11 seconds left to go as North Park's in the offensive zone. Raiders look to get this past the blue line into some relative safety. Instead, the puck comes in right into the slot. Some jousting for it. Now it comes up to the near point and it's dumped in deeper by North Park, but not before the buzzer goes. And that'll be the end of 2. North Park 4, Raiders 1. Well, stick around after the break. We'll have 15 more minutes and we'll do it all over again. Well, we're still at the intermission break here, but it does give us time to pause for station identification. You're listening to this game on Midnight Sports Radio. Give us a like, follow, or subscription. Midnight Sports Radio. Well, the players will get some more advice here on strategy from coaches Coffey and Gosler. They do have 15 minutes to turn this game around. It's not unheard of for a team to overturn a 3-goal deficit in the third period. Just don't ask any Toronto Maple Leafs fans how that works. Well, Bricker skates back out to take over the near cage here as the team switch ends again. Looks like it'll be Petrosinelli, Marchuka, and Finkelstein out as the forwards, with Aiden and Kashleski as the defensive pair to start this period. North Park, as is their wont, still at their bench getting some last-second advice from their coaches. We get a second whistle there. North Park cheer. And now they pour over the boards as well. Just waiting for the players to get set. North Park taking advantage of the last change as the home team here sends a different defensive pairing out there. Looks like we're ready to go. Puck drop on period 3. The clock starts to run. North Park wins that faceoff back to the defensive pair. Now they pour into the offensive zone. Send a shot in on Bricker. It goes right up over the shoulder. That's a North Park goal. There's a laser of a shot from the near point. Bricker may have been screened on that one. And it's North Park 5, Raiders 1. Well, the mountain for the Raiders just got a little bit higher, but there is still plenty of time with 14:50 left to go here in the third period for them to get those goals back. North Park wins the ensuing face-off forward, but the Raiders take over in the neutral zone. They're firing now, trying to get that puck off the sticks of North Park. Instead, North Park comes away with through the neutral zone, and then they gain the offensive zone. Bricker sticks aside a soft shot to the end boards. Raiders take over there through Kashleski. Feathers that one up to Petrosinelli. It only makes it so far as the point, though. And then another shot comes in. Bouncing puck here at the near dot. Cleared by Petrosinelli out of the zone. All the way through the neutral zone, and the Raiders will get a change out of this. Least of their defensive pairing. North Park comes right back through the neutral zone. North Park still with the puck. And now the Raiders have it in the neutral zone. Try and dig it from the wall in the neutral zone. They're able to gain the offensive zone. Pass comes through the slot, hits one North Park man, and then another stick. North Park tries to clear, but not out. Now the Raiders are in the high slot. They're on the backhand. Try and send one up and over the North Park goalie. He makes two wonderful saves there. Looks to be on Marchuka. And we get a stoppage in play with 13:53 left to go in the third period. It's North Park 5, Raiders 1. Will be an offensive zone draw for the Raiders after two very impressive saves by the North Park goalie, denied Marchuka on the backhand and on the forehand. Berliner leans over this faceoff, tries to win it back to his defensive pair. He does, makes it to the blue line, and Aiden fires to keep that in. Excuse me, that's Tanoff now, dumps that puck in deeper. Raiders look to the front of the crease. There's a scramble for the puck, but it doesn't get a shot on goal. Now a bouncing puck does hit the goalie, but it stays out. Puck comes back through the slot, hits the side of the cage. North Park looks to take over. Berliner gums up a clearance pass, and now the puck sits at the far corner. Still there, 4 players in, trying to dig it out. Now 5 players. Puck still sits. We're getting some move it instructions from the ref. They finally do. Pizarro now has the puck on his forehand. He sends that puck up to the point. Doesn't leave the zone at first, but now it does, and North Park fires forward. They only get so far as the center line, and Pizarro takes over again. He breaks back in the offensive zone, tries to beat his man at the half wall. Instead, the puck's taken off his stick and out of the zone. North Park fires forward. Gosler out to try and slow down this North Park attack. Instead, North Park comes in. They're able to go right over the glove of Bricker on a partial break. And that's going to be North Park 6, Raiders 1. Well, truly nothing Bricker could have done there on the breakaway. That's a North Park breakaway goal. And they're becoming very fast at those. In any event, 12:56 left to go here in the third period. The Raiders look to get a goal back. Raiders win the ensuing faceoff. Samosi has it through the neutral zone. He gains the high slot, sends a redirected shot in on the goalie. A nice save there by North Park. Sees that puck stay out. Now North Park has the puck in their own defensive end. They look to break out, but again, cut out there, just momentarily, by the Raiders. Now the puck comes all the way back down to the other end of the ice. A slot pass misses from North Park. The puck goes up to the far point. Puck now rolling in the offensive zone from North Park. They send it to the far point, now the near point. Puck still in the offensive zone. North Park forward with a self-pass. It's at the near dot here. Harassed by Hyder, but he's still able to get a shot in on goal. Nice save by Bricker. Keeps that puck out. 12:10 left to go in the third period. Here goes North Park with another slot pass. Doesn't connect. Smosi tries to track it down to the blue line. Instead, North Park comes away with it. North Park now curling at the far dot. Looks to send a shot in on Bricker. Shot goes over the cage after a deflection. Now Samosi goes to track down the puck. Samosi tries to hit the puck up to himself out of the blue line. Bigliotti cleans up there and sends the puck out of the zone. Raiders will make a forward line change as the puck goes into the neutral zone. Now North Park pours back forward through the offensive zone. Aiden cuts out that pass and sends that puck right back into the neutral zone. Kalimba now with the puck. Tries to send that puck deep. Instead, an open door on the North Park bench sees the puck bounce out of play. And we'll get a stoppage at 11:34 left to go here in the third period. North Park 6, Raiders 1. Marchuka will lean over at this center ice faceoff. Wins that puck forward. North Park comes away with it in the neutral zone. Now North Park comes in the offensive zone. They're on the forehand. Look for a bad angle shot. They try and round Bricker. He does the splits nearly and is able to keep that puck out under the pads. That is a wonderful save there by Jason Bricker as the North Park skater tried to round the crease and go in on the backhand. He was able to stick that leg out, keep the puck under his pads, and keep it from going in. Veteran goaltender move, too, to close those pads once the puck was shot. Even if it had crossed the line, the referee would not see it. We'll say, though, that puck definitely did not cross the line, and it was a wonderful save. I say that as a neutral. Now North Park with the puck at the end boards. Raiders try and take over there. They do. Finkelstein has it on the forehand. He sends that puck in a diagonal pass up to Marchuka, who tracks down the neutral zone. Partial 2-on-1 going here. Petrosinelli tries to track down the puck in the slot, but it bounces over his stick harmlessly to the half boards. Raiders still with the puck in the offensive zone. North Park working to get it out of the zone. Unable to do so on their first try. North Park now on the forehand. Tries to send it up to the point. They do, but not out. Raiders dump that puck in deeper. Petrosinelli fires in, takes his man out in the corner. North Park comes away with it. They're able to send a diagonal pass up and out of the zone. North Park collects there, but the puck hops over after a stick gets in the way into the North Park bench. And we get another stoppage in play here at 10:33 left to go in the third period. It's North Park 6, Raiders 1. Well, it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Raiders. And Berliner will take it. He's got Meyerowicz and Pizarro out there with him. It's like Fauci and Tanoff as the defensive pair. The Raiders win that back to the neutral zone, and they'll take over there. Raiders still with the puck. Pizarro breaks in the offensive end, sends a shot in on goal, blocked nicely by the North Park goaltender. North Park now looks to get the puck out of the zone. Only make it so far as the point, though, and Tanoff keeps it in momentarily. Puck now sits there at the half wall, and Berliner goes to work. Berliner dumps that puck in deeper down to Pizarro at the far corner. Pizarro has the puck on his forehand. Dumps that puck in deeper after skating out to the half wall, and Meyerowicz tries to track it down. He's got two North Park skaters on him. Puck comes to the near half wall, but not out. Fauci sends a puck in. Goes just wide of the cage, and the Raiders look to collect again. Pizarro with the puck one more time. He gets hit off the puck. North Park will take over, but Berliner gives support, at least momentarily. Raiders still look to have the puck. Now Pizarro has it back on his forehand. He's in on goal, sends a shot in, saved nicely again by the North Park goaltender on the blocker side. Raiders try and collect at the end wall. The end boards, that is. North Park tries to pick it up as well. North Park sends that up to the point with possession and now out of the zone. Puck rolls back into the offensive zone before Berliner is able to clear on a deflection. We'll get an offside with 9:26 left to go here in the third period. It's going to be a draw just outside the offensive zone for the Raiders. Looks to be Vigliotti, Samosi, and Kalemba out there as the forwards with Gosler and Hyder. Vigliotti tries to win that faceoff. Puck just sits at center ice momentarily, and now North Park comes away with it. They're in the high slot, but they're offside. And we'll get a call for a stoppage in play here at 9:17 left to go. North Park offside. The draw will come just outside the Raiders' defensive zone. Same lines stay out. Vigliotti leans in, wins that faceoff. But North Park comes away with it in the neutral zone. Now Vigliotti moves the puck up on his forehand. Sends that puck up to Samosi. Hops over his stick, and North Park comes away with the puck. Some heavy hitting now. North Park still able to break through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. North Park with the puck. Sends a shot in. On to Bricker. Bricker's able to kick that up from the leg pads to his stick. Puck rolls in front of him. He makes another save, and now a slap shot comes in and hits Gosler in front. Raiders able to send that puck out of the zone eventually after three very nice saves by Jason Bricker. Petrosinelli has the puck. Samosi has the puck. 91 and 81 from this vantage point look very similar. They try and send a shot in on the North Park goalie. Goes just wide, does the Raiders shot. And now they go to work still in the offensive zone. Puck hops over a stick, though, at the point and comes all the way in on Bricker. Bricker will have to play this because it's on net. He does. Sends it up to Blake Hyder. Hyder sends the puck up to Vigliotti, who finds it and tries to skate it down. Instead, North Park gets there first. Vigliotti goes off for a change. North Park takes over possession. Finkelstein now fires in on the forecheck. North Park gets there first and tries to send it out of the zone. They're unable to on the first try. Only on the second do they get it to Nate Koslewski in the neutral zone. Koslewski tries to pump that back into the offensive zone. Unable to do so until Marchuka takes over the puck. He's at the blue line. He sends a long shot in. There's a rebound just sitting there. Raiders try and pump that in, but North Park beat them to it. And we'll get a stoppage in play after the North Park goalie is able to cover that up with 7:46 left to go here in the third period. Well, it's North Park 6, Raiders 1. Just over 7.5 minutes left to go here in the third period. It is an offensive zone draw for the Raiders. Aiden pumps that puck in deeper. Shot just misses from the Raiders. They'll look to collect. Berliner goes to work in the near corner. Berliner works that up to the point. Then Koslewski works that in deeper. Berliner gives chase again. Berliner in the near corner with two North Park men around him. Now it's Finkelstein in the corner. Looks to thread that over to Berliner. He does. Raiders still with the puck at the end board. Look for that slot pass. They're able to get there. They're on the backhand. That's Marchuka. Puck goes high over the net and hits the glass. Raiders keep the offensive zone momentarily. North Park looks to break out, unable to do so, and the Raiders just send that puck in deeper again. Archuka there with the puck, sends a backhand in on goal. Berliner there to make sure there's no rebound. If there is, he was going to put that in. Instead, the North Park goalie freezes it with 7:06 left to go here in the third period. Still North Park 6, Raiders 1. Good push here by the Raiders. Like to see it pay off for them after all this zone time in the North Park offensive end. It's like North Park's calling a timeout, though. They must see the same things that you're hearing, where the puck is staying in the offensive end here for the Raiders. North Park wants to clean that up. Well, the Raiders will go over a little more strategy here. Just over 7 minutes left to go in the third period. In desperate need of multiple goals. We'll see what the doctor ordered for them. Players still getting some instruction from the coaches. No whistles gone yet. The referees seem to be pretty well pleased with a little bit of a break in the action as they've skated hard tonight. The end-to-end offense. And truly, the score belies what a relatively even game this has been. The Raiders have had some good chances. The opposite end, and both North Park goaltenders have done well to keep the puck out each time, but for one blemish on the score sheet. All right, offensive zone draw here. And sometimes that's just the puck luck of these games, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes they go in and sometimes they don't. The Raiders win that faceoff. Try and pump a shot in on the North Park goalie. Hits a body in front, doesn't get through. Raiders still have the puck in the offensive end. Try and track it down is Jake Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz bodies his man. North Park comes away with the puck, though, and sends it up to the point. Not out. Fauci's able to keep it in momentarily, but too many bodies kick the puck forward. Petrosinelli has to recover. He's in the neutral zone on the backhand. Tries to pump that up to Pizarro. Instead, the rolling puck gets to North Park. Now the Raiders try and dump it in deeper in the neutral zone, all the way to the offensive zone. They do, but without possession. North Park has the puck in the neutral zone now. Big hit there in the neutral zone. Sees North Park come away with it. Tanoff's able to take the puck off his man, that is. Tanoff sends a diagonal pass up to Pizarro in the middle of the ice. North Park comes away with that. And North Park has the puck in the neutral zone, just dumps that in with 6:17 left to go here in the third period. Fauci will collect in his own zone. He goes behind his own net, gets on the forehand, and reverses over to Tanoff. Tanoff now collects in the near corner. Tanoff has a man all over him. Tries to pump that puck up to Petrosinelli. Instead, it reaches Pizarro, and Pizarro is able to skate that puck out of the zone. Streaks down the left wing, does Pizarro. He's got Meyerowicz to his right. Tries to pass through. Instead, it's cut out by the lone defender in the slot. Puck stays in the offensive end for the Raiders here, but no shot on goal. Now the puck comes to North Park, and they're going to skate this out of the zone. They're through the neutral zone with speed. Hyder's back. Now Gossler tries to take the puck off his man. Nice pass to the high slot. Doesn't connect, though, for North Park. Puck comes all the way to the point. They keep it in the offensive zone, does North Park. They make a hit to make a play. North Park still has the puck in the slot. They look to spin and get something in on Bricker. Unable to do so, and the Raiders break out. Pizarro now has the puck through the neutral zone. He goes the other way. He's in the offensive zone. Puck just rolls off his stick at the very end after a nice poke check by North Park. Pizarro has it back, though. Sends it over to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz has the puck. He dumps that in deeper and looks to make a change. Raiders still have skaters in the offensive zone, and they're able to keep possession. Puck comes up to Petrosinelli at the point. Petrosinelli sends a shot just wide of the cage, and Vigliotti tries to pick it up there. He does. He sends it to the end boards. Raiders looking for that slot pass. Instead, a stick gets in the way, and the puck rolls to the near corner. Puck sits in the near corner now. Petrosinelli, by the Zamboni doors, tries to poke check it away from the North Park defender. Puck only reaches the point until North Park's able to take over possession in the high slot and skate the other way. They're through the neutral zone and the offensive zone. They have the puck there, but Blake Hyder makes a nice play to break up that partial break the other way. Hyder now goes off for a change. North Park takes over in the offensive zone. The shot hits Gossler. and Vigliotti takes over behind his own net. Vigliotti feathers a pass up to the far half wall, and Columba picks it up there. He's able to skate it out of the zone. Columba now in the backhand, sends it through the neutral zone. North Park takes over. North Park has the puck. They gain back into the offensive zone. They're on the backhand. They send something in on Bricker. He's able to kick that aside, and the Raiders will take over and go back the other way. 4:06 left to go in this game. Samosi has the puck through the neutral zone. He gains the offensive zone and gets that puck in deeper, but it hits the referee's skates. Sits at the near half wall, but not out. Does North Park get it? And looks like Aiden will dump that puck back in. Now North Park's able to break out there through the neutral zone. Long stick by Koslewski there. Takes the puck off his man before he's able to break into the offensive zone. North Park now just dumps the puck in. Vigliotti goes to recover it with 3:42 left to go. He's got the puck on a stick behind his own net. Looks to get that puck up and out. Puck rolls on him slightly. He circles back to collect. North Park harassing him, but he is able to get the puck out of the zone. Samosi goes to track it down. The rest of the Raiders will go off for a line change. Forwards, that is. North Park's able to pump that back up through the neutral zone. They can't gain the offensive zone with possession. Marchuka now curls with the puck through the neutral zone. Two North Park men try and take it off of him, but they're unable to do so. Keeps his skates until finally it's back checked away from him. Raiders have the puck again in the neutral zone. Marchuka looks to get it in deeper. He dekes one man and sends that puck to the half wall. Now North Park's able to get it out of the zone. Raiders curl again at center ice. Finkelstein sends a long shot from center ice in on goal. It's sticked aside by the North Park goaltender. Now the puck's at the end boards. The Raiders look to recover there. Finkelstein tries to send that to Berliner. It comes all the way up to Tanoff at the point. Tanoff hacks away at the puck, but North Park comes away with it. Now North Park with speed in the offensive zone. They send a shot in on Bricker. Bricker's able to kick and then stick it aside, and he saves the follow-up shot as well. North Park with the puck again in the offensive zone. They send a long shot in, doesn't reach Bricker, and Finkelstein will pick up the puck. Now he's able to pass that up through the neutral zone up to Marchuka. Marchuka comes through the neutral zone and gains the offensive zone. Marchuka still with the puck. Puck rolls over to the near corner. Marchuka takes a hit, but he's able to send that around the end boards. We'll get a penalty call here after that hit on Marchuka with 2:15 left to go. The Raiders will be going to the power play. Looks like North Park will go away here for roughing for 2 minutes. Right by the Zamboni doors at the other end of the rink. Petrosinelli out to take this draw. Fauci and Tanoff as a defensive pair. Bizarro and Meyerowicz as his wingers. To the North Park goalie's left. Puck's dropped. Petrosinelli wins that as a shot in on goal. Saved by the North Park goaltender. Puck comes to the near corner as the Raiders fight for it there. North Park comes away with it. They're able to get that puck out of the zone. North Park in the neutral zone with possession. And the puck's dumped all the way in. Bricker goes to collect there. Stops it for Fauci. Sends that over to Petrosinelli, who picks up the puck behind his own net with speed. Breaks out of the defensive zone. Passes it to himself off the boards. Puck rolls slightly on him, but he's able to collect again. Now he's in the offensive zone. He sends a shot in on goal. It's saved. The follow-up rebound is also saved by the North Park goalie. And we get a stoppage in play here with 1:45 left to go in the third period. Two shots from the Raiders there, both saved by the North Park goaltender. Now it'll be an offensive zone draw. The Raiders make a line change here. They'll have Marchuka, Meyerowicz, and Petrosinelli out there. Face-off won by Marchuka back to the point. Hyder sends one in on goal. Goes just wide. Meyerowicz tries to collect. Instead, the puck rolls there on Gosler, and the puck hops out of play, and we'll get a face-off just outside the Raiders' offensive zone with 1:32 left to play here in the third period. Still, North Park 6, Raiders 1. Now, looks like the face-off's going to be moved to center ice now. Hyder, Gosler is the defensive pair. Bizarro, Meyerowicz, Petrosinelli out there as the forwards. Meyerowicz leans over to take this draw. Tries to win it forward. Comes back to Hyder. Hyder pumps that up through the neutral zone. North Park takes over. North Park now curls through the neutral zone. They're on the forehand. They gain the offensive zone. Hyder recovers and takes the puck off his man. Petrosinelli then rubs his man out of the play. The Raiders try and break out of their zone with the puck. Instead, North Park just dumps it in deeper to kill this penalty and this game. 1:10 left to go in the game now as Gosler collects behind his own net. Gosler with the puck. Sends that up to Petrosinelli. And Petrosinelli has the puck on his forehand. He sends a screen shot in. The North Park goalie saves. Puck rolls in front of him, but North Park gets to the puck first, and they're able to clear the crease and now the zone. Skate with speed does North Park through the neutral zone. It's taken over by Hyder there. Hyder turns the puck around to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz now has the puck on his forehand. He's got Pizarro breaking with him. He kicks it over to Pizarro. Pizarro weaves with Meyerowicz and sends a shot in on goal. Hits the goalie's leg pad. It settles right in front of him, and he's able to freeze that down with 37.4 seconds left in this game. Raiders still have 20 seconds left on their power play as well. They've got a good push here on the power play with these short shifts. Now Marchuka, Samosi, and Vigliotti out as the forwards. Vigliotti gets that face-off win from Marchuka. Tries to send the puck in deeper. North Park has it, can't get it past. Looks to be Marchuka, and Vigliotti goes in. Well, looks like Aiden's out there with him, and he's able to gum up that pass as well. Now the puck comes to Marchuka. He can't get the shot off after his back check. Big puck comes to Vigliotti. Vigliotti sends it in front. Nobody home. 14 seconds left. North Park breaks the other way through the neutral zone. Nice cover there by Aiden, though. Sends that puck just to sit at center ice at the near wall. North Park cycles it back to their defensive zone. 3 seconds left. That's going to do it for this game as North Park breaks through the neutral zone. And it's going to go final at North Park 6, Raiders 1. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in all day today between the game this morning, the Cyclone game this afternoon, and Midnight Sports Radio this evening. We'll see you next weekend as the Raiders have a new slate of games then. But until then, thanks for listening and stay safe.